a systematic deduction of the votes cast for the first petitioner. And the same number of votes that were deducted from the petitioner were added to the votes of the second respondent. And the unique thing about this scheme is that the number of votes cast, the total number of votes cast, remained the same. The difference only was to the extent that the same number of votes that was deducted, the petitioner, were given to the second respondent. And I leave that to your lordships to look through when you retire, because the Form 34 is in respect of those particular polling stations attached to the affidavit of Celestine Anyango Opio. There is also the affidavit, two affidavits from Arnold Ochieng Oginga, and this is particularly important because it contains discrepancies of the results in several areas, and in voter turnout in Form 334C and the KIMS kit. And all this, my ladies and my lords, taken in totality, would affect the results of the elections. In paragraph 16, up to the end, he goes out analyzing areas where there were discrepancies. And you would notice, my lords and my ladies, that in totality, the discrepancies accounted for votes which are more than 140,000 votes. And in our submission, that has an impact on the result of the elections as declared. And I invite your lordships and my ladies to look at those particular analysis and annexures attached to the affidavit of Arnold Oginga. In the same way, in a further affidavit, Mr. Arnold Ochieng Oginga carries out an analysis in response to the responses to the petition by the respondents. And my lords, again, you would notice the number of votes that were being manipulated in order to secure a result that would favor the second respondent. And we have attached the relevant documentation, the forms showing the results, Form 34As, 34Bs, those particular forms. And finally, the Form 34B, which is a collation of votes at the constituency tallying centers. Now, my lords, I would conclude by saying that unlike many elections, this particular election, there was deceit, there was manipulation, and all this was premeditated and made possible by the attack, if I may put it that way, on the IT structure and system of the Electoral Commission. The way that the Commission was able to deal with the forms when uploaded and downloaded, staged, transmitted, deleted, all this in totality, if you look at the case we put before you, my lords and my ladies, set out in the affidavits that I referred to shows an election that was rigged in favor of the